Right, like a little kid and shit.
Of course, baby. It's gonna make it happen.
Right. But we live, we in this thing. This is Just North Sports Show. Thank everybody for tuning in on this Friday night. The World Series is underway. Got Dr. Producer, DJ King, Dre, Breezy the Dawn, Juice Man with the Boogie on the highlights. We got Big E, Eian Jackson jumping in. What's going down, baby? How's it going?
Oh man, everything's beautiful, baby. I'm happy to be on with y'all boys, man. I appreciate the invite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
For
sir.
sure.
We see the knowledge in the game. We be
Yeah,
chopping it up in Brazos Valley finally, so
it's
we
better
see
to
what
be
it do.
in the chat.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we do this thing every Friday night. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the guests are familiar with the crew. But we're gonna jump right on into it. Breezy threw out a pretty interesting. I thought it was interesting. The Jackson State versus Southern in our lightning round. I know I'm all. I know I'm all Coach Prime Time. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Southern do their thing. I like their color scheme, but I'm gonna go with Jackson State on this.
Hey, listen, Jackson State had a pretty tough game against Campbell, but of course they came out undefeated. And yeah, I'm gonna have to lean toward Jackson State right now. And that defense is pretty tight over there. So give me Jackson State, man.
Yeah, I think this game will be close in the beginning, but I think Jackson State will pull away, pull away late, and they're at home. So I got the Tigers winning 28-17.
We didn't ask
Man,
you
I
no
thought
sport.
y'all was swag. Y'all not swag. Y'all are not swag. Y'all could just gonna lean on Jackson State because of Dion. But guess
You
what? Later,
doggone
I'm gonna
right.
go
They
with the
look
Tigers
good,
myself.
Hey, he got college game day
Jackson
down there this
State by
weekend. So
13.
I'm going with Jackson State too. I think
Hey,
Southern's going
fellas.
to give him a good chance, but I think at the end of the day, Jackson State's going to be too much for him.
Let me put this out here too, man. I just want to say that his son, Shador Sanders, is thrown for 2,000 yards plus 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yeah,
Not bad.
boys
Not
balling,
bad at
man.
all.
Boys definitely balling.
Yeah, buddy. He called Joe Rat Sneaky right here. Joe Rat Sneaky, Doc. Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. UCF versus Cincinnati. I like how you
Yes,
threw that
sir.
one in there.
I'm
Joe
gonna go
Rat
and lead
Sneaky.
this one off. Let me go and get the. Is it the Bearcats?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about Sam Houston, but yeah, let me go and get the Bearcats.
Look here. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. It ain't gonna happen, buddy. The UFC Knights lead the division in defense, only giving up 120 points a game, total points, and I'm taking the Knights, baby. They're gonna knock
Okay.
off Cincinnati.
All right.
Yeah, I'm giving it as UCF. They're at home. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but I got UCF winning 38-27.
I'm gonna go Cincy. Give me Kenyon Martin and DeMar Rosen and all them dudes. Not DeMar DeRozan, DeMar Johnson, Kenny
Nick the
Satterwhite, Bob Huggins.
Okay.
Give me Cincinnati in this one, fellas. Mark me down.
Right players.
Yeah, I'm going Cincinnati too, fellas. I think UCF is it's going to be a tough matchup. You know, they're playing in UCF, so. But I think Cincinnati's going to be too much for him at the end of the day. That quarterback for UCF looks a little streaky at times. He's had some good shining moments, but he's also had some blunders as well. I think he had one game where he only passed for like 47 yards. If you do that against Cincy, you're going to get mollywop. So,
Remember, I said UCF leads in defense, y'all. Just remember that.
Let's
go.
It's gonna be,
While you got a
it's
little
gonna be a good
time,
one, though.
King, why don't you go review UCF and see who they played?
I don't care who they play. They played who they played on their schedule. Period.
Hey, some of them schools,
That's it.
I say the majority, about 80%, we don't even recognize
Hey, well, guess what? We're gonna find out.
already. Okay.
They're going
All
to be
right,
ready.
all right. And
They're
then the
ready to
warm
go
up,
to Cincy.
and then the warm up before the Royal Rumble next weekend in Athens. We got the University of Kentucky Wildcats. They traveling to take on number 3 Tennessee. I picked Tennessee to win the SEC East at the beginning of the season. I don't see a reason to waver from it. Now, could be a trap game, but I like the Vols. They got too much offense.
Doc, hold on now. Now, you know, ain't nobody on this panel about to pick Kentucky. Give me the Vols.
Tennessee, buddy. No questions asked.
Yeah,
Tennessee,
I'm
man.
Tennessee. Tennessee all day.
Quarterback's playing lights out, bro.
Yeah,
He continue on his path. He's going to win the Heisman. Period.
He should.
Most definitely.
yeah. I'm also gonna go with Tennessee as well. Their offense is too strong. I got them winning 41-28.
Yeah, they doing a little too much right like that out there in Knoxville. We've seen them and what they did to Alabama, but that's setting the table for next week. So y'all make sure y'all tune in next Friday night. We're gonna break down that Georgia Tennessee. So let's just pray and hope everything holds to what it is. You picking Tennessee right now?
Right now. It
I'm
don't
gonna have to think on that one.
I'm going right now. So
Well, let's talk
about
Let's slide into the NFL real quick. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Like I said, the World Series.
I thought we had one more game.
Oh yeah, we do got. No, we do got one more game. Let me throw this one out there. I think it's Harvard versus Columbia. Harvard versus Yale.
I thought we was
man. We just had a whole argument last week.
We had Oklahoma State and K-State.
K-State versus we fresh off Oklahoma State, so we're gonna let them make it. But I do want to talk about the team that just keeps on winning. That's the New York Football Giants. They travel to Seattle. Seattle lit San Diego up. I like Seattle at home. Give me Seattle by 3.
I'm gonna pick last on this one, fellas.
You know what, Doc?
With Seattle too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Seattle too. I think they're gonna pull off the upset. I'm loving what the NFC East is doing with the Giants and the Cowboys and the Eagles. You know, they're not the NFC least this year, but I think Seahawks and that momentum they got, and they playing in Seattle, I think Seattle's gonna take it. It's gonna be close though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seattle as well. Geno's playing with a lot of confidence, and they're gonna be at home. It's gonna be a close game, but I think they're gonna give the Giants their second loss of the season. 27-24 Seahawks.
Out of nowhere, Geno Smith, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but he's been sacked 16 times. Jaden Brooks, 73 tackles. Let's go Seahawks.
Yeah, let me go on and round that off. Let me go and get the Seahawks. Giants go 5-2. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. That's a long trek across country just to take a whooping, but okay.
It's gonna happen, huh?
They going with that was my thinking on the pick. That was my thinking on the pick. They're going out west, and this one is going to turn out to be a pretty good one. Well, let me just jump right on to it. We got the Jets in the past. The Jets keep making a believer out of me. I love Sauce Gardner. He's made the game-winning play against Cortland Sutton. They went for the fade over the top. Sauce wasn't having. Sauce has been playing very well. Overrated of the truth. I'm going to have to lean toward the truth with that young man. And Mac Jones got benched on Monday night since we want to brutalize Justin. Since we want to brutalize Justin Fields and Trey Lance, how about the guy that was so smart getting his ass yanked out? Anyways.
Go ahead.
Anyways, the Jets did lose Breece Hall. That's a big loss. They picked up James Robinson from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Belichick is going to be upset, but the Jets just keep finding a way to win. I think they win it ugly, giving the Jets by 3. Jets, Jets.
Hey, man. All I can say is slow quarterback play, 174 yards a game. It's not going to get it done, bro. That's weak sauce. My high school quarterbacks do for more yards than that, man. So give me the Jets, man.
I will say this. The Bears, Justin Fields did turn a corner, but the Bears went back to the game field, used the same game field the Ravens used, and that's why Justin Fields excelled. The quarterback they're facing this weekend is not as athletic as Justin Fields. We're talking about Belichick and that D. Give me the Patriots by 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Patriots winning in a close one. I actually got them by 3 as well. Doc, 23-20.
See, I'm on the fence on this one, fellas. I mean, I think the Jets are due. I think they've lost 12 straight to New England, and they've been balling this year. But It's just Belichick, man. I think Belichick always pulls a rabbit out the hat when it comes to these conference games for the most part. But I think I'm going to still go with the Jets by 1. I think it'll be like 21-20.
Ooh.
Okay.
Give me those Jets.
Going
I'ma
got
ride
the
the wave.
Jets.
Yes, Jets.
Got the Jets by 1. So we're gonna throw the World Series and Major League Baseball a little love. They are just underway out there at the Juice Box
What
in
happened to the
Houston.
Browns and Bengals?
In Houston, Texas.
Man.
The Browns and Bengals. Oh, give me the Browns on Halloween. We can talk about that real quick. Give me the Browns on Halloween in the dog pound. I think they do for a victory over Cincinnati. I'll take the Browns. Let's throw it on out there. Give me the Browns at home on Halloween.
Somebody, anybody.
I'm
Man,
going
the
Bengals on
Bengals,
that, man.
the Bengals are really hot right now. They're finally protecting Joe Burrow. I think the only question mark is will they be able to continue protecting him from Myles Garrett, who has 6 sacks this season so far. The Browns' offense is centered around their running backs, but their offense isn't really that explosive. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals, 26-19.
Just like I took the Bearcats, give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. Going all Cincy this weekend.
Well, I guess I'm gonna say that since this is an all Tiger panel, I'm gonna go ahead and ride with the Bengals.
Yeah.
All right.
I got those Bengals as well, man. I think Joe Burrow's proved something to me in the time that he's been in the league, man. I mean, last year he got hit with 9 sacks in the playoffs and still made it to the Super Bowl. So I don't expect for Myles Garrett to do too much damage to him. He'll get to him. He'll knock him out or knock him down, but I don't think he's going to knock him out the game. As long as he's in the game, I think the Bengals going to take it.
Okay, that's a bet. That's a bet. Let's slide. Let's talk a little bit about this World Series, man. We got Red October, the Philadelphia Phillies, and they're taking on the Crushtober
Fighting
boys,
Phillies.
the Houston Astros. I think Houston, me being an Astro fan, we just say shout out to the Astros building something real nice. I think the Astros are the most complete team in baseball, so I think the Astros gonna get it done. Shout out to them boys down there, man. Knock them out the box. You know, Dusty Baker finally gets one. I'm happy to see it.
Hey Doc, hold on, Greasy. Let me do this because I know where you're gonna go. So I'm gonna say this. Right now, the Phillies is as bad as I hate to say this because they beat my squad, my Braves. But they hot right now, man. They lead. They got 3 of the top in the playoffs. They're hot right now in the playoffs. They got 3 of the top 5 hitters in the playoffs on their team. RBIs, top 2 are coming from the Phillies. They got the most hits with Bryce Harper. Like, they really hot right now. This is a scary team. 6 seed coming into the playoffs, 87-75 record. So this should make for a really, really good playoff series. I think it's going to be a tight one all the way through every single game.
I wouldn't mind seeing a tight one.
They got some hot bats right now. Is the reason why I'm saying that. Not that Houston don't. Nobody was talking about Philadelphia.
No.
He came out of nowhere.
Before we got on there, I was watching Game 5 of the NLCS, which was the deciding game between this was 1980 in the Dome, Phillies, Stros. Phillies went on to win their first World Series that year with Pete Rose on the team and Bob Boone behind the plate, and Mike Schmidt playing third, and it was some gamers. Now I want to take it back to the Astros 2 last World Series losses when they lost to the Nationals 6 seed. When they these last 2 World Series, even the Braves 6 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia 6 seed.
6 seed.
I'm a big Stros fan, go Stros, but I think this is going every bit of 7. And I got that weird feeling it's going to be the Philly, the Fighting Fields pulling this out. I just got that weird feeling because history is not on Astros' side, and it's not looking good. I don't care how down. I mean, that Astro team was good with Jose Cruz. Joe Morgan was playing second base, and they even had Nolan Ryan on the mound starting. And Phillies pulled that out. So I'm looking at the Phillies in 7, even though I pray the Astros win.
And like I said, man, they hot right now. Philadelphia is really, really hot right now. So
Yeah.
I won't be surprised. I figure every game is gonna be close. And like Greasy said, 7 games.
Yeah. Take me back to 1991. I want to see a Braves Twins type series. 3-2 at 11th inning. It's midnight. Got to go to work in the morning.
Right? And Puckett hit that home run. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Take me back to that. Juice Man, what it do?
Man, the only thing I gotta say, man, I hope the Astros win. I mean, I really don't know much about the Phillies. I don't follow baseball like that, but I just hope if they do win, I just hope they do it the right way and no cheating this time.
You know good for that comment.
Look at Juice here take a shot, man.
He had to take a shot. Everybody cheated.
He's saying they cheated the first time, they won last time, huh?
Everybody cheated baseball.
All day, every day.
You ain't
In
cheating,
every
you ain't
sport,
trying.
they cheat.
Right.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh,
Right.
For sure.
So what y'all think about the NBA? I mean, we didn't play the good hot 5 games. Who gonna win the NBA championship this year?
I don't know. My Lakers look like a damn grease fire.
Man, they do.
Hey, that man in the middle, that Golden State team, they looking good right now, man. I mean, but
they got Molly Wop last night though.
Yeah. Hey, I see. Which guy got tossed.
Yeah. Yeah, he don't like that Devin Booker is the new Klay Thompson.
That's what it looked like, the battle of the light brights.
Yeah. I know this. Me and Doc both like those Houston Rockets, and of course I'm following Brooklyn. I like KD, and I'm definitely a humongous Joel Embiid fan. But the Rockets they just too young right now, man. They just don't have it right now. But give us. I think we're gonna scare some people this year. We're gonna scare some people. We're gonna win some good games. We're just not gonna get to the playoffs. It's just not gonna happen.
So what I noticed about the Rockets, fast, young, Gerald Green, Jabari Smith, they kind of had some words. Wasn't quite a Draymond Green, Jordan Poole situation, but team building, kind of like, hey, what you doing, Rook? Get in the right spot, and hey, I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do, type of thing. Young and fast. Do we know how to win? No. It is what it is. But I'm excited the way the team is going. Y'all chill out on Silas. Get in man time to cook. You can't microwave a brisket. You know what I'm saying? You can't microwave a good stew. Got the talent, got some pieces. Young and very, very fast. Give them some time to do what they do. Warriors are gonna be tough. Boston's gonna be tough. I don't know what's going on with Philly. They need to right the ship and get it together. Zion, keep your eye on Zion and the Pelicans. I don't have them quite going to the Western Conference Finals, but that's going to be a scary team. And Zion's out there 60, 65 games. He put up his 23 and 10, 25 and 12 or whatnot. That's going to be just keep your eye out. Just keep your eye out for him. Just keep your eye out. Exciting
Zion, man. I haven't seen anybody like dominate the paint like Zion can dominate the paint since Shaq.
I know you ain't sleeping on Embiid.
Embiid is always out pulling threes, man. I mean, he's playing down low a little bit more now that Doc Rivers is over there, but for the most part, don't get me wrong. Embiid is probably the best or second best
big man in
the game. I can't lie about that. But what I'm saying as far as just paint presence, like it doesn't matter who's on him. I just feel like Zion dominates when he's down there, down low, man. And for him to be undersized like that, he's only standing at about 6'6". He plays like he's about 6'10", 6'11" all day long. So if he plays 65 games or so, and I think New Orleans got the team to be relevant. I don't think they'll necessarily win it all, but they can definitely disrupt some people's dreams as far as I think they'll match up well with Golden State. I think they'll match up well with, pretty much anybody they line up against. Memphis is still a scary team, but I don't know about John Morant being able to make the whole season and playoffs. I mean, until he shows me that he doesn't have that Kawhi Leonard spirit in him, to where he's going to stay on the court. And I know it ain't all his fault, but that's what I need to see out of John Morant. But I wouldn't be mad if Memphis did make some noise. But my picks, like I said in the text last week, I think it was, is my sleeper picks are Denver and Brooklyn for the finals. And I think Denver has definitely gotten a lot longer and better defensively. I think they just need some time to gel. Jokic, he's a two-time MVP, even though we can question whether or not he should have got him both times. But he's definitely a player that dominates when he's in the game, and he's a game changer. Murray still hasn't made an impact on the team yet coming back, so I want to see what that's all about. But I'm sticking by my picks for right now. Denver and I think Brooklyn can definitely make some moves if they can gel as well. I'm still out on the fence on Simmons, but if he can turn back to that defensive player of the year, he can definitely make Brooklyn make a positive impact on Brooklyn, and definitely had them boys in there as well. So
let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this, man. I can't even believe I'm about to say this. But y'all know how I feel about Kevin Durant, man. University of Texas, bro.
Oh, Lord.
I know, whatever. Hate all you want. But I got to do this, man. I have to. We don't know what Ben Simmons is going to be. And from what I've seen, Kevin Durant, I can't make him that dude as far as his overall leadership skills. He can't get it done. He hasn't gotten it done. And I say that compared to, we're always talking about him, LeBron and Steph. LeBron got it done. He's proven that it don't matter who you put on my team. I can lead this group of nobodies or group of half bodies anywhere. And my boy KD just can't do it. He's just an athlete. I'm going to go out here, I'm going to do me. But he can't get the team over the hump, man. And Simmons, if Simmons don't step up, if he don't get better, if he doesn't improve, if he don't warm up, I know he's just coming back and been gone. It's gonna be a wash for Brooklyn.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a wash. They might barely get to the playoffs, and then they'll be one and done.
I sometimes wonder if Ben Simmons really loves the game because, I mean, you watch him play, and it just seems like he just doesn't care. It doesn't look like he cares about getting better. And as far as the Brooklyn team, I mean, we know what they can do on the court, but they can't defend anybody at all. And they've got no size. They've got no size in the middle. They get out rebounded, and they can't play defense. So until that's fixed, I just don't know. I just don't know about Brooklyn.
That's what I'm saying, though. It really depends on what Simmons can do. If Simmons can get back to that defensive player of the year, I think he can make Brooklyn relevant. But if he doesn't, then, yeah, it's a wash for Brooklyn. Their first-round exit like last year. That's his impact to the team. I mean, they brought him in there specifically. You don't need him to score no points. You need him to get rebounds and defend, and maybe 7 to 8 assists a game. But he needs to be at least at about 10, 11 rebounds a game and locking down their best offensive threat. And if he can do that, then I think they can eventually gel because they have enough shooting to outscore with anybody. But, it's all going to depend on that. But I still don't say they have the right coach, though. I mean, and that's what makes the whole thing that happened.
Hell no.
That's the thing that makes what happened in Boston so prevalent because the reason why they suspended Udoka is because they did not want him to go to Brooklyn. Whereas they should have just fired him and let him go, and he would have ended up in Brooklyn. They would have to face him. So that's what I think happened.
Well,
with this Laker talk.
I was gonna say something about the Lakers, man. I'm a huge LeBron fan. They got some pieces.
We can't shoot.
And
We cannot hit the side of a barn with a handful of rocks. We cannot shoot. Period.
That's it.
I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I know LeBron is probably one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Speaking as a diehard Laker fan, this is the worst. Even though we got a chip 2 seasons ago, since LeBron has come over, I've seen some of the worst Laker teams ever. Period. And no, I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm a Jordan hater. But anyway,
I got a conspiracy theory on that.
this
though.
is terrible. This is terrible. But it's a bunch of mismatched pieces trying to solidify and become a team. It's not gonna correct itself. It's really not.
It's not.
Is
I
your
got
boy
a
gonna stay
conspiracy
up?
theory on that.
Get this dude off the screen, man. I don't even want to see him. I'm a Westbrook hater. I do not like this guy. I
I don't like his
Everybody, like I
attitude.
said,
I love
everybody's
the
gonna go
way
for
he
that.
I don't like
plays,
him
but I don't
either,
like his
man.
attitude.
I don't like him. I
Yeah, I don't
can't
like that
stand him.
dude.
No, man.
I don't
What's
give a
your
damn.
theory, Big E?
Triple doubles.
I think Rob Pelinka got the fix in on LeBron. I think it was too much. There was too much favoritism given to LeBron when he got there, and everybody's saying LeBron's the GM, yada yada yada. So I think that's why they also made sure to put it out there that it was LeBron who thumbs up that Russell Westbrook trade. When the real picks they should have had were DeMar DeRozan and Buddy Hield. That's who should have came to the team, and I think you would have had a better Laker experience than what we're having right now. So I think right now what's going on is Rob Pelinka is just trying to sabotage LeBron's legacy, if you will, because he doesn't like the fact that LeBron gets all of the notoriety when they win, and whenever there's criticism, it falls on Rob Pelinka.
And I think you're right because he pulled the same stunt with Magic.
Yeah.
Because Magic was getting all the props with bringing LeBron in and making all these moves.
Yeah.
Pelinka wants to be the guy. He wants to be the man, the dude in the spotlight. So I can believe your theory.
Yeah.
But as a true Laker fan, I think it's time Pelinka goes. I think Juice Man asked me about the hiring of Ham in the offseason. I said, that's bad. That's terrible. It's terrible.
Why do you think it's terrible?
What has he done? What team? Well, of course, he's been an assistant. What team did he just do a great job on as an assistant?
What has Steve Nash done?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
So why is Darvin Ham? Why is Darvin Ham a former NBA player, an assistant coach?
Can I be honest with y'all? The only reason why I know about him is because of the backboard he broke in college. I'm just gonna be 100.
I would definitely say that's about the one thing I do.
Other than that, he's been irrelevant.
I wouldn't say he's been irrelevant though. I mean, he was on a good Atlanta squad, the 60-win Atlanta teams. He was an assistant there. He's been an assistant in Milwaukee when they were on their upswing, become a championship team. So I mean, he had the credentials. He's been in the league long enough to do it. But I still think they're being bit in the ass by not hiring Ty Lue. I think Ty Lue was the perfect coach for the Lakers back when they hired Vogel. And I think until some of those ships get righted from the wrongs that they committed, I think it's going to be a long season for the Lakers. So I don't think Rob Pelinka's committed to getting the people that they need around LeBron. AD still needs to step up. You know, AD has been playing. He hasn't been himself since, for the last 2-3 years. So, and that's who the team is supposed to be centered around right now. Actually, LeBron is supposed to be the second piece, but since AD hadn't showed up, LeBron's having to still be that MVP caliber player in his 20th season, which is unheard of from anybody that's been in 20 years in the league. So,
why hasn't AD showed up?
Well, AD's been playing good ball. He's been putting up,
he's shooting
8%
from three.
Well, yeah,
he shouldn't be shooting threes, man.
He shouldn't be.
Threes. That's what's so frustrating. It's so frustrating watching this dude play, man. He cannot shoot the rock, man. I can shoot better than this dude, man.
But when you have a player like LeBron on the court, you got to have shooters with him. So everybody is a de facto 3-point shooter. So it's just unfortunate that the Lakers didn't recognize that and put more shooting around them. Now what they should do is go ahead and trade away Russell Westbrook, bring in Buddy Hield, maybe Miles Turner, and try to find somebody else that they can put on the court. You got to have at least one go-to 3-point shooter on the court at all times. And they really need two with LeBron. So, but right now they don't have any. They're worse than they were last year. As far as
what I would really like to do, I would like to put a package together. Some picks, Westbrook, and possibly AD, and I would love to see Damian Lillard in a Laker
Dame
Yeah,
uniform. I
yeah.
would love it.
I
But
knew
see,
that's where you were going with it.
Portland coming out hot, so and I think Dame likes playing for Chauncey Billups up there too. So
Mm. Who's going to be a great coach?
In the beginning of the season before it all started, I said that Dame Lillard would get traded this year, but how they've come out, I think he's going to stay put with Chauncey Billups and try to build something around there. Now they still don't have the pieces, but they can definitely make a playoff run this year with Dame healthy. So we'll just see what happens. But yeah, the Lakers got some work to do now.
Question:
Yeah.
If AD goes back to the paint and leaves that 3-point line, do you think he could be better than Embiid?
Nope.
Not anymore. I don't think he has the confidence to be better than Embiid right now. But he'll play good in those matchups against Embiid. He'll play good in the matchup against Giannis, Jokic. But I don't think he's that dominant force anymore. I think he doesn't have the confidence in his game back yet. And I don't know if he ever will, to be honest with you. The way he's been playing, I mean, right now it's like 3 years deep. So, I mean, he's got to bring it back.
Somebody had to tell him that he's shooting 8% from three. So where the hell is his confidence to keep him out there shooting these shots?
Well, the majority of his points this year has been on putbacks, working in the paint, and keeping the 12 and 15 footer wet. You know, that shot. But when he creeps out to that three, it's like cover your eyes.
Yeah,
it's
they
terrible.
Bad bricks out there, man. They built houses, condos, all that with them issues, man.
Now, if you ask me,
houses and condos.
Overall player, Giannis gives him fits. Embiid, AD at the end of the day is still a better ball player than Embiid. But both of their issues are injuries. Jokic, come on, I'm definitely gonna take the brother. But, you know, AD is definitely, for the Lakers to have at least 2 top 10 ball players in the league and going through what they go through, it's ridiculous. It's just straight up ridiculous.
Hey, Greasy, I'm gonna throw this at you, and I'm done with your Lakers. The reason I don't have a problem with him is because he's actually doing something that most coaches probably would not want to do.
What's that?
And that's put your boy on the bench.
Vogel put Westbrook on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
he needed to be on the bench.
Oh yeah, he didn't start for Vogel. Only time he started is when all the games LeBron missed last year, and he actually played better with LeBron out of the lineup. And you saw the old Westbrook. He cannot play with LeBron. He can't. It just doesn't work because they both ball dominant, and we all know Westbrook gotta have the ball in his hand.
And he's turnover prone.
That's another issue.
He gets in the air with nowhere to go.
I think both of them because of their high usage rate with the ball in hand, the turnovers are going to be a problem. And I don't think either one of them actually learned how to move without the basketball.
Thank you.
That was a point Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made about LeBron when he first came out of high school, and he was the first one to kind of criticize his game. He was like, he would have learned those things in college. And Westbrook, I think we all saw it coming with Westbrook. It was kind of like, if he doesn't develop a mid-game by the time he's 31, 32, and athleticism starts to fade away, he might find himself out of the league. So I think we all kind of saw that coming. And to what the Don was saying, Breezy, they just can't play together. Neither one of them is going to knock down shooter. Both of them are ball dominant. And Westbrook plays one way. It's 100 miles an hour. It's either all good or all bad. And with just turning the ball over like that, it's just not a good look out there.
And he shot he had 3 points, but he shot 0 for 11 from the field. Those 3 points came from the free throw line, in case y'all wondering. But
every one of them.
Bad business.
It is.
But it's been a lovely show. It has been a lovely show. Some good NBA chop up. We kind of skipped it over on the college football and the NFL. Kind of throw the other sports some love. But it's that time of the year. Crushtober's coming to an end. Like I said, check out the World Series. Next weekend is a huge weekend in NFL and in college football. We got the Dogs and the Balls. Just so much going down. We'll have a World Series winner by then. The World Cup is coming around, and the Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays. So it's just about to go down. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all know what it is. That's every Friday night. Big E, it was a pleasure having you in, man. For real.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Oh yeah, love it. Love the insight. Excellent commentary, man. And y'all be on the lookout for Game Heavy. New podcast coming out. We're gonna drop a little something different for y'all, man. But it's always been a pleasure. It's always been a blast with the crew. Got Dr. Producer, DJ King, Dre, Greasy the Dog, and historian, Juice Man the Boogie with the highlights. And again, special guest Big E. This is the Just North Sports Show. Copy, check us out, like, share, subscribe every Friday night, 8 p.m. Anchor FM, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Till the next time, y'all be easy.